everyone. Happy Fun Fold Friday. Are you guys looking for a way to show off your new designer paper on cards, like both sides at the same time? So I have a fun fold for us today. It's a decorative fold and it's called the Chevron Fold. So I'm really excited to share this with you. And I'm going to give you 3 tips so that your chevron folds really look nice, clean, you know, and it's just a really pretty card. All right, so 3 tips for creating the decorative chevron fold card today. All right, how are you all? Oh my gosh, it's Friday. It's dreary and kind of rainy here down here in Texas. We might get snow on Sunday. I know the rest of you guys are already snowed in. It's snowing over west of Fort Worth. It might get over here to where I live. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Kristina Reese. This is Creating with Kristina, and I come live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday here on my Facebook channel. And then I upload these videos to my YouTube. So if you're watching from YouTube, give me a shout out. And what I like to do is not just make cards for you, but share tips and ways to help you improve your card making skills too, to get you out of that creative block. So it's January. It's January. We might be getting snow. January is my month for doing birthday cards. I try to get as many birthday cards as I can made in January. So that way I have a good stash kind of built up as this different holidays come in, you know, Valentine's and Easter, and I don't get backed up on birthdays. So we're making a birthday card today. And speaking of birthdays though, I also have a class, and it is called the Ice Cream Corner class. Let me switch this over. The Ice Cream Corner class, and I'm going to teach you how to do just a basic double stamping. We're going to make a gift card holder. Here's just a fun card. And then I also want to show you how to make a real simple shaker card. So this is my Ice Cream Corner class that's available on my blog. The way you get it right here is you just go to my shop and you order the ice cream bundle, and it's $56. You put in this code when you check out, and you can add other things to the order. But this code lets me know you want the birthday kit, and it will come with the card bases and all the stuff you need to make these cards. All right, so that is my card class that's going on, and we're in the middle of Sale-A-Bration, so you also get to choose a free Sale-A-Bration item of your choosing when you check out with it, because it's $56, so it qualifies. It's a qualifying order. All right. What else do we have here? Okay, let's get on with the chevron fold. Oh, look at all these people this morning. Good morning. Wow. Good morning, everyone. Debbie and Kim and Colleen and Carol and Mima and Mary and Debbie and Linda. Good morning. Good morning. All right. So the best thing, tip number 1, when you are making the chevron card, is you want a designer paper that has a good contrast front and back. So I've been playing with this paper blooms, this free paper that you can get in the Sale-A-Bration catalog, and this is a good example. So one side is like pink, and then the other side is like a different, like blues and grays. So when you bend the piece over, let me pull it up so you can see it better, it gives that contrast, and you can really see the chevron when you put your chevron together. All right, so one that might not be so great would be maybe this striped one here. It's got white and things on here, but then when you flip it over, it's still got white and it's got some stripes. It's okay, but there's not a lot of contrast, so it'd be a little harder to see the chevron, but it'd still be pretty. So I went through this paper and I found the ones I liked. I really liked the navy with the pink, so these navy and the pink on the other side, that's a nice contrast. That's the one we're going to use today. But this green one would be pretty too. Where is it? It's green on one side and dark navy on the other. That's a great contrast. So if you folded that over, you would really see the chevron there. So you want designer paper that is contrast. Good contrast on both sides. Now, the next thing you need though to make the chevron is some way to score your diagonal lines so that your corners are nice and crisp. So what I mean by that, let me pull all this in here so you can see what I'm talking about. And I'll tell you all the directions here in just a sec. I'm just giving you the tips real quick. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut 1 inch by 2.5 inch strips. And we're going to cut 5 of them. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to bend the corners down like this and like this. All right, we're going to do that to all 5 pieces. However, if you don't get this line just perfect, as you start to put your chevron together, it kind of gets wonky and it doesn't fit on the card as well, and you kind of have to squish and maneuver. So I found a way. Now I know a lot of people of you have scoring tools, but some people don't. So I wanted to show you how to do this without a scoring tool. And so I have my little strip of paper here, and I've got some grid paper. And most everybody can get grid paper in the, just go up to the office supply store, where you get school supplies, and buy yourself some grid paper. And you need just a ruler, and then you need a blunt tip. Now this is an actual scoring tool. It's got a little round ball on the end, but just a dull tip that won't cut the paper. And so this grid paper is 1 inch right there, and I'm just placing my little paper here. And then I'm going to take my ruler, and I'm just going to hold it right by the 2 corners so that I know that my score goes right there in those 2 corners. And then, let's see if I can pull it up and if you can see the score mark. Yeah, you can see the score mark there. And now when I fold that down, it folds right on the edge there, and there's no overlap. And whoops, there's no overlap. It's nice, crisp, and then just use your bone folder or your fingernails and get a good crisp. Now, so that is tip number 2. So tip number 1 was you want contrasting colors. Tip number 2 is put a score line right exactly where you need to fold your corner over. And then the third tip is what we'll do in a minute. After I've gotten all these scored and folded, we're going to lay all the pieces down first on the card, get them exactly where we want before we start tacking it down. A lot of people will just start in the corner and start making the chevron, and then when they get to the other end, like a 1/4 inch is hanging off, and then they have to pull everything up and try again. So we're gonna do that in just a sec. All right, so what you need to make this card, you need 5 1 inch by 2.5 inch strips. You need 5 of these, all right? 3 of them you are going to be folding from right to left. All right, so from right to left, from right to left, and from right to left. So these 3 are right to left. These 2 are going the other way. These are left to right. Okay, so they're opposite. So what we're going to do is we're going to alternate back and forth. We'll go this one first, then this one, then this one, then this one, then this one, and they go back and forth to make the chevron. Okay, all right, let me put these back over here. Now you need to do both sides exactly the same, so we're just going to flip them around and go left, and I've already put my score marks on here to make it easier for you. Oops. Okay, so those are that way, and then turn these 3 around and go to the right, just like that. And then like this. Okay. So now we have our pieces to create our chevron. All right, one more time. You need 5 1 inch by 2.5. And all of these measurements and pictures will be on my blog later today. So if you don't want to write everything down right now, you can just wait until I get it put up on my blog. 3 of them you fold from right to left, 2 of them from left to right, and you do both corners, okay? Next thing that you need is the card base itself. So let me move all this out of the way and let's get our card base going. So this is just 11 by 4 1/4, or you could do it 8.5 by 5.5. Either one's fine. And then you're going to have two layers here. The white layer is for adhering my chevron and my sentiment and all that. Then just for decoration, I put the navy matte to give me that contrast, that navy and that Rococo rose there. And so that is my card base. Just very simple. I've just come in 1/8 of an inch each time. So the navy is cut at 5 and, oh gosh, oh, I had here it is. Okay, so the base is 11 by 4 1/4. The navy is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, and the white is 5 1/4 by 4. All right, so we're going to take out the white here to build our chevron. And I'm making this chevron card a portrait. The one that I'll show you later is landscape. But all right, so let's pull in our pieces here. And I said, this is tip number 3. This is where we're going to alternate back and forth. So we're going to start with this one right here. Okay, and just put it in the corner. Then we take this one over here and we come back down this way. All right, see our chevron? Now we come with this one, alternating back to the other direction. Okay, this one and this one. Now, look, see how I've already hung over the edge there? All right, so that is why it is so important that you get everything lined up just the way you want it. And sometimes it's easier to kind of come over here and do it on the side a little bit. And if it helps to put a little tack on the back, just to kind of, because they're sliding on the paper, that works. You don't want too much tack though, or you'll be tearing your paper. So, so we'll just put a itty bitty bit back here, not very much. Yeah, just a dot. And where am I? And I'm just lining it up on the edge. Okay. And I'm just, like I said, just very lightly tacking that down. I'm not holding it very much at all. That way it kind of stays in place, but it doesn't. Oh, like I said, this little tape runner, you kind of have to use your finger to get it going sometimes. Well, or a couple times. All right, there we go. Yeah, I don't want very much. All right, and then I'm just going to lay that down, just a light tack. Come on. Oh my, we're having issues this morning with the tape runner. Come on. It's so slick. It's like the paper is real slick. The plastic that the tape comes off of is real slick. Okay. There we go. What do we got going on here? Oh, thank you, Debbie, for sharing. Chevron was really popular in the 70s. Oh, I know it was. I love Chevron. Chevron's so cool. My middle daughter, she wanted a chevron quilt for her wedding quilt, and we did that. And I like chevron. It's fun. Of course, this always brings out the quilter in me, too. And then this one. All right, so now that I've got a little tack on the, oh, goodness gracious, come on the back of each of these. There we go. I can maneuver a little better. Okay, because I'm hanging off the end down here, so I want to pull that up. Okay. And then I need to pull this one up just a little bit. There we go. Okay, and kind of get those where they need to be. There we go. And then this one can be pulled up just a little bit. Okay. And this one, oh, that needs to be pulled up a lot. All right, so this is the trick, getting them lined up before you tack them down really well. Okay, and then this one. All right, now we're on there. So they're all, whoops, they're all on there, and they all fit in the card now. Now I want to make sure they're really on the card. So of course now I've got to take it off a little bit and put enough adhesive on here now to really get it stuck. Come on. There we go. Okay. There we go. Whoops. There we go. Oh, and by the way, those of you who participated in the paper share, all my papers came in yesterday, and I started cutting them all up last night, and so that's my goal today, is get it all cut up and put it in the packaging so you all can, so I can ship it out, get it to you guys. Oh. Yeah, I love paper shares. They're so fun. And you'll be getting, those of you in the paper share, you're getting you're getting a quarter pack if you paid for quarter, or half pack if you paid for half of this free paper blooms also, because that's part of the gift that I give you for participating with me. Actually, I'm just passing my rewards on to you. That's what I'm doing. Stampin' Up, when you put in an order over 150, they start giving you stamping rewards and you get free stuff. And also, we're doing Sale-A-Bration. Did you know Stampin' Up is the only company that allows you to be a customer and a demonstrator at the same time? Is that not the coolest thing? So, like, I get Stampin' rewards and I get my discount. That's just so awesome. I love that. I just think that's so cool. All right, I think we did it. Okay, just still wiggling it around a little bit, but there we go. Okay, we're there. So this is the chevron look. Is that not cool? And I'm going to turn it at an angle so you see how it pops up like that. Isn't that fun? So this is a decorative fold, and it's just a fun fold to do. So I hope you all are enjoying this. Let's quickly put the rest of the card together. I have the navy base, so I'm just going to turn this over, and there we go. Oops. And it's just, like I said, it's just a teeny tiny bit of navy shining back behind there. There we go. Now, I want some decorative ribbon here, so let me see where I put that. Well, I thought I had it out. Here it is. Yep. All right. So I love, these are if you're not familiar with our color families, we have 5 colors that rotate every 2 years. We have our permanent collection, and then we have 5 colors that rotate every 2 years, and we call those colors in colors. And Rococo Rose is a part of the in colors from last year. This year we've got those really pretty bright ones with the magenta and all those colors, but the Rococo Rose, the Seaside Spray, these are all from the drawn a blank, in color. So this Rococo Rose will not be available when the new catalog comes out in June. In June we get a new catalog, and we will be getting 5 new colors to replace it, and we always look forward to that. That's so fun. All right, and this ribbon is linen, and the best way I have found to attach this ribbon is to just get a line of adhesive and go. Well, if I could get my runner to work. Okay. Make sure I'm in the right spot, and I'm just going straight down, nothing real fancy. And there we go. And now I just put this ribbon on here. And because it's real sturdy ribbon, I don't need to tuck it behind. I would have tucked it behind, but if it was a thinner ribbon, but you really don't need to. And then just take your snips and trim it. And just use your card edge as your guide. There we go. All right, so now we have that pretty ribbon, and we want to put this on our card. And now we can do it either way. We could do it this way and have our chevron on the right, or we can do it this way and have our chevron on the left. We can also make a horizontal card like this, or like this. So there's lots of options with the chevron. It's really fun. Or you can even put another chevron in there, and that would be really cool too. All right, we are going to do, I think I'm going to go this way. Yeah. And we need dimensionals, of course. Looks much better up on dimensionals. Oh, wait a minute. Since I'm doing an entire bag, I got another tip for you. Do you save your dimensional frames? These are great. See, that fits right on there. You don't even have to worry about little dots everywhere. Whoops, come here. Oh, of course it wants to just fly wherever it wants, right? That's all right. Ah. There we go. Okay. Voila. And just line that up like that. Perfect. Okay. And for my final piece, I already made this, and I'm going to show you how I made this. We have a new punch. Oh my gosh, look how cute this little baby punch is. It has a straight oval and then a scalloped oval. So let me pull up the happy birthday. So the navy is done in the scallop and the white is done with the straight edge. And I just punched those out. I stuck some twigs. Remember this punch is like awesome for when you just want spray or something sticking out from behind your sentiment. It's a great all around stamp. Now I'm just gonna put some dimensionals and stick that right there, and we are done. It's such a fun card. I love it. Oh goodness, we're at 20 minutes. How did we get to 20 minutes already? All right, and I'm just gonna stick that right in there. Now my spray is kind of sticking out over my card. That's okay. When I stick it in the envelope, I'll just have to move the spray down or bend the spray like that. There. And I wanted to show you this one that I made earlier, more of a masculine style, but it's horizontal. And I'll turn it to the side so you can see how it flips up like that. Okay, so we have these two card examples using the chevron fold. Oh my gosh. Remember, go over to my blog for all the measurements and the pictures. It's a little easier to do a fold card when you have the instructions written out in front of you. And I'll be putting up that later today. If you're watching from YouTube, hello. Let us say hi to us. We would love to hear from you. And don't forget, I have my ice cream corner card class. Oh, and if you don't have the new catalog, so we are doing the new spring catalog. So if you don't have one, give me a shout out. Let me send you one and all these free things here. It's so fun. All right, you all have a wonderful, blessed weekend. I love you, and you'll see me back here on Monday for another card tutorial. Okay, bye-bye.